Ladies and gentlemen, look who it is. I got the same guy back here for a third day in a row. Can you imagine him not getting sick of me? I love it. I love to see you, Pat. Good to see you. How are we doing today? It's a Saturday. What's going on?
It's a good day. It's a good day. It's been nice and warm in England. It's a lot of successes today. Hopefully this tournament can just add to that. And yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been fun. I'm glad to be finishing my evening off with some, well, let's just say my early morning off with some NA 2v2 action.
Right. Yeah. Or definitely late over where you're at, but not too late where we're at. But we got some really good matches coming up. Right off the rip, we've got the duo, Comp and Daru, fighting Sup Bro, Eps and Shocks, for their chance to play in the Invitational. Our last position for the top 8 is about to be filled. I'll show you guys the bracket right now. I'll pull that up, take a quick look at it. But we had a couple of forfeits. Looks like Mecha Benai, I'm not going to be able to make it for the night, so they're forfeiting. Incorrect Red's going to move on to the tournament. But before we even get to that, Notre Mike, not going to be making it through. Forfeited. So Incorrect Red, insta-qual for top 8. Good for them. Same deal on the top for Swaz, throwing in the towel, and the Ducklings are going to move on into the top 8. So we got, 7 teams. 7 teams already in the top 8, ready to go for the Invitational. But we got to find out if it's going to be Sup Bro or the duo. Now, Pat, I'm curious your thoughts. The duo or Sup Bro? Who's taking this?
See, I'd love to go with the duo. But the only issue I have is I didn't see enough from Daru yesterday. It was a comp show. It was the comp show. Unfortunately, I know Daru was there and present for certain times, but comp was the main man, the man who made things happen. Most of the goals were solo plays from comp. If it wasn't comp scoring, it was comp taking 2 players out and giving Daru an open net.
Absolutely. Yeah, he had.
I want to see Daru more in the game.
I would love to see him a little bit more active as well. He had a fantastic series comp, taking out Luminosity to both of myself and Ped's surprise. I don't know how that happened, to be honest with you. I thought Magic Bear and Tivaristo were going to peak. I thought that was going to be their day. It was not. Quite the opposite. We saw comp go absolutely crazy, showed up in the clutch. Him and Daru figured it out, and they are here on the second day fighting for their top 8 spot. If they can bring that same fire and intensity to this game, Heps and Shocks might be in trouble. But let's be reminded, Heps and Shocks, they competed in the first closed qualifier. They've won now 2 open quals to make 2 closed quals. And this is the farthest they've gotten in the way of having a chance to play in the Invitational. This could be their moment. Do they want it? That's the question. Do they really want it? You know?
Yeah, it's a big question to ask. And it's going to be a hard game, a very, very tough game to be involved with. Obviously, this team taking down Luminosity, Comp and Daru. With, they made it look easy at the end. Comp, absolutely fantastic. Again, that was another sort of one-man team. It was nearly a 1v1, with Tivaristo and Comp yesterday.
Absolutely.
That's probably a bit too harsh.
It's not a terrible analysis in my opinion. But you know what? We got to stop talking about it. We got to get into it. It's time to go. I'm letting the match admin know it is time to get into this. Hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. Match number 1 about to begin. It is go time. Ladies and gentlemen, Sup Bro, the duo, Don Charlie, Caster, Ped, diving into game number 1.
Yeah, and it's an early start from Heps. That's a brilliant touch. It was sort of passed to him there. I don't know who it was. Was it Comp? It looks like it was. Rush touch that from Comp. No need for the speed up the backboard. He's just gifted Heps a goal realistically there. Take more time, and an early goal does go to the team of Sup Bro, and obviously that's a Comp mistake. We didn't really see many of those yesterday.
No, he's in a brand new car today as well. I don't know what he was driving yesterday, but it was definitely an orthodox choice. Do you remember the make and model of what he was driving?
It's like a Skyline or something.
Yeah. It was one of those cars that just seems like it's one of those relaxed picks. But he's in the Fennec today. All business.
Dominant hitbox. I think it was yesterday. I don't know what car exactly, but dominant hitbox, and obviously the Fennec's rubbing off on him. 1-1. He gets the game tied back up, making up for his previous mistake, which was a pass to the other team. This time catches Heps. Or was it Shocks? Yeah, Heps catches Heps, low boost, out of position, open net, tied game, 4:31 left. And it's actually crazy how many open nets do go in these sort of tournaments, because players are very, very much eager, shall we say, to score another goal, sometimes forgetting that they have a goal to defend.
Absolutely. Without a third man to back you up, that will happen to you. I think a lot of these players, if they're competing in a lot of threes tournaments, sometimes they forget that when they jump into the Flyboy, the 2v2 main event here in NA. It's definitely a different show. It's definitely a different style. You know, and you got your ranked twos games, which is one thing. Even those ranked twos games, you know, the highest levels, 2200, 2300. They can be, you know, more relaxed than your 3v3, where you're constantly having to pay attention, make sure you're not getting demoed. There's more space, which means there's more room to one, peak and two, make mistakes. Right now, neither team, you know, two out of this one. We've got like 4 minutes roughly, tied at 1. On the ball here, we got Shocks taking it to the air in Flyboy style. Going to try to pinch that off the ceiling. I like the gusto there, but he just did not have the mechs to back it up.
He did not, and Heps will catch the ball here, but he misses the second. Gives the an extra touch. Shocks on the backboard, so not going to have a problem removing this ball from danger. Although Comps sat there, he avoids the demo from Shocks. Now he has a chance to go on net. He gets the reset, takes it past 1, plays the 50 with Heps, but Heps is able to add strength from there and play it past him. Daru's going to have to cause a 50. That's a bit of an awkward one. If Comp can get a touch here, it could be good, although that's not... Oh, it's a 50. I thought then it was going to be a bit of an awkward situation for Comp as last one, but Daru does pull through on the low boost situation. Yeah,
good speed from both players there. Just honestly getting up there, taking a bit of a divided 50. Not really either one of them winning it convincingly. Not a danger, not a trouble. Shocks now trying to carry this past Daru. Daru maintaining all that boost in the corner. Comp's got some as well. Sitting healthily in front of the net. Popping this up. Comp's going to get to it first. Shocks thought about it, decided to go down. Daru waiting out Shocks' touch. Gonna take that corner boost, try to starve out this sub-bro team, but they're sitting on plenty. Shocks is gonna go up the sidewall. Pre-jumping that is Daru. Comp now has an open net. Anybody at home? Can Hebs get there? What a save last second. Wow.
Pulling out all the stops here to ensure this game stays a tight game. Still plenty of time left, 2.5 minutes. Oh, Comp and Daru. That was a team play on the wrong net.
What happened here?
Wow.
Bit of a breakdown, huh? Solid double. Wasn't going in. Comp clears it out. Daru just in the wrong place at the wrong time, huh?
Panic. If that doesn't go in, if he just flips out the way.
Right.
He flipped into the ball and he's put the ball. It wasn't. But I think if he just drove on the floor, it wouldn't have went in. He flipped into it. He scored the goal. Again, panicking. They're so panicking deep, and they're panicking at the wrong time. They're panicking when there's no pressure.
Right.
Which is the weird thing. That's 2 goals now when they've just hit the ball away or hit the ball in their own net. For no reason.
Could
there's no one there. There's no one instant.
It could be panic. It could be just lackadaisicalness. It could be just that, you know, carefreeness that could get you scored on if you're not dialed in, if you're not tightened up. Oh, that's a nice shot. Good save last second from Heps. Chance now for Daru. Trying to double this pass. Heps. Big save. Opportunity now for Comp. Heps challenging it away from falling midfield. Daru in a bit of a 2v1. No, sir. No second touch there from Heps. Out of boost, out of the play. Big challenge here from Daru. Going to take this into the corner, take corner boost. Comp looking for a demo. Shocks cutting that one down, removing any offensive opportunity. Heps a great touch. Going to take this now midfield. Maybe get a double. No reset. Soft touch, maybe a bump. Cleared out by Comp.
Could have been the center here, Heps. They're not going to get a touch. Daru plays it to the sidewall. Comp to follow. Daru's there up with him. Shocks will make one touch. Comp. He's on it again. He's going to pass center. Heps will get the clearance away, and Daru not going to be able to challenge Shocks. Going up, Daru's on the corner. He's got 1 minute to find a goal. Either Daru or Comp here on the side of the duo. At the moment, they've been the duo that have conceded a goal by scoring it themselves, and they've assisted a goal by passing it, and that's their great demo. And finally, the first goal, which was wholly created by Sub-Bro for their side. They've got 3 of them. We know what happened for the other 2. This one, the first time both players been involved with a goal, and one of the players from the duo wasn't actually involved in the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Great setup there from Heps. Gets the pop, gets the demo, clears the way. And now we've got a 2-goal deficit, a minute remaining. I'll remind everyone watching at home, this is an elimination match. This is the lowers, round number 2. The winner will move on to the top 8 to play for that $10,000 in the Invitational next week, starting on Friday, June 7th. But again, you got to win this best-of-3 series to get in. If you drop it, it's all over. And here we go. Another goal for Sub-Bro.
It's over this game, this first game, I think. You know, 43 seconds is not enough time, especially with the way the duo have been playing. We're not seeing the same comp as yesterday. Maybe we need to change that vehicle back to what it was on, because he was popping off in that car, whatever it was. I think it was the Skyline. It might not have been. But at the moment, yeah, I'll play completely Sub-Bro on it, and, you know, they've created their own their own defeat here, unfortunately, the duo. But Comp trying to make a difference again. It's not going to be enough to beat this defense. You must say the defensive work on the side of Subpro has been up to par. Over par, probably.
Ooh.
And that's a great shot from Heps again. It's completely embarrassing now for the duo, I think. The duo, obviously the favourites to win this game, in my opinion. Probably a lot of people agreeing with that as well, but at the moment, they are getting the shock of their life from Subpro.
It's definitely turning the other way. You know, Subpro, like we mentioned, they've been in a close qualifier before in the first split. They, you know, won an open qual, jumped into the close qualifiers, and they could not make it out. They could not make it top 8. So honestly, if there's anybody on this pitch right now that has, you know, more to lose in terms of maybe, you know, credit on the street in the 2v2 game, it's Subpro. They've been here before. They know the pressure, what's on the line, and they're not going to let it drop. They're going to come out with that confidence and be strikers. Comp and Daru, you know, they mentioned that they were kind of just chilling against Luminosity yesterday, which is an interesting, you know, very confident, but an interesting take. I'll say this. That right there was a little too lax. I mean, Heps just put up 1,000 points.
Yeah, I mean, and the sad part is, you know, 2 of the 5, it wouldn't have even made a difference in the grand scheme of things, maybe to the mentality of the game. The first goal was completely, and the reason I think it's panic is because, you know, the first goal, especially, Shocks chases Comp up the backboard. Comp not positionally aware of where people are. He must have expected, the way I see it, he expected Shocks to follow him up the backboard, which didn't happen. So Comp's initial reaction was, bang, let's get it out. Passes it straight to Heps, who's waiting there, almost like they've played them like a deck of cards, and he gets a free goal. The second goal, again, like, I think Daru sees that ball coming in from Comp. He thinks, oh my word, there's someone there in the middle. No one was there apart from Daru, and Daru was his own enemy there. The duo need to stop being their own biggest enemy. They are defeating themselves. The Subpro aren't even having to do too much. You're making Subpro have an easy win. Make it difficult. It's what I always say. You need to make it difficult for your opponent to score. If it's too easy for them to score, you might as well kiss the chances goodbye. This is the upper bracket, though, right? It's the upper bracket. The
this is lower bracket. This is it.
It's lower.
This is it.
Oh,
this is elimination.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Luminosity fell down. Yeah, this is elimination. So the duo need to step up here and now. Best of 3. They haven't got any time to regain and cry and feel sorry for themselves. They need to wake up. This is the Flyboy close qualifier. You can't mess around here. This is a place for the big boys.
Absolutely. It's win or go home for both of these teams. Now the duo sitting in the back seat while Subpro at the driver's seat. Comp gonna miss that challenge, a wild one. Daru now in a really tough spot. Just gonna take that, give it right back to Heps. Comp has to pre-jump the corner, but both of these players right now in the duo just not finding the pacing to keep Shocks and Heps off of offense. That's been their kryptonite right now. Not only can they not shoot, but they're not putting, you know, Team Subpro on defense. And if Subpro's going to get a chance to shoot, they are going to shoot. They are strikers through and through.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, you know, the chances that they were given was plenty of space, plenty of time, and you want to, at least if they're good shooters, put the littlest time possible on their shot so they can whiff. Because if a player only has 0.01 second reaction time to actually shoot the ball, there's a high chance he's going to miss that ball and whiff, otherwise he'd be the best player in the world. But that's not happened. They're getting all the time in the world. They're getting the free reign on the pitch to come up with the creativity, come up with the ideas needed to get demo plays and play a 2v1. You know, that is being given to them by the duo, and it's why I say they are their worst enemy right now. That's a good chance. A miss from Heps, but Comp's not ready. He's going to be taken up the corner, low boost, beaten by Heps. You can't get the second. The Rue's there, but it's going to be Shocks, beaten by Heps, but Shocks stays on the ball nevertheless. Comp 50'd away. It's going to fall to the center. Heps looking to find a shot. It's on target, not going to be in.
Yep. The duo right now is beating themselves. That's a nice shot. Heps is there, though. Plenty of boost, plenty of time. Daru just going to fake a challenge, but honestly, playing that far upfield with strikers like these guys, that is absolutely going to cause goals to go in your net, and we just saw it right there. My goodness, just playing like this isn't the game that if they lose, they go home. The duo is I don't want to say throwing this away, but they are not playing like it matters, and it's showing. Absolutely showing.
Comp's pulled out the car again as well. He listened to me. He's actually pulled out the car, but it didn't help him there. I can't understand what's happening. It's almost like they're playing on a delay. Their reaction time is really, really slow right now. And there you go.
Man.
Them off the kickoff, open net. Shocks ain't going to miss. And a grim situation. It's looking worse. It's looking worse than grim. Like, what is word to say that's worse than grim? I don't even know. Is there a word?
Dim. Bad. Looking bad. I mean, if you're Subpro right now, you're having a great game. These guys are shooting on net. They're creating opportunities by, you know, moving the demo not only out of the net but off the field. The demos have been good for Shocks and Heps. That was a good pass play. Just doesn't pan out. But again, look at that. I mean, Heps being able to go midfield there and take Daru's opportunity away.
Gotta be. Oh, he's got it under one.
They're just not creating pressure. I mean, Heps and Chalks look so. Look at that 50. My goodness, it is absolutely time for the duo to reset mentally, or they are going to be out of this tournament.
Oh, they're on fine line here. They're standing on ice with a pair of metal boots, and
a
2
heater
goals
underneath their
is
feet.
achievable. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, they've been on a jog. It's all heated. They're about to sink. But will the boat be stopped by Angel Gabriel? One of the players is going to have to step up and be that Angel Gabriel. Comp was the player yesterday, carrying Daru through the storm.
Ooh, that's a nice
Can Daru return the favour? It's crazy, though, because I don't even know what... it's not the fact that, you know, Supro are so much better than Luminosity.
Right.
It's the fact that the duo are playing so much worse. I mean, Daru's not really changed how he's been playing. He wasn't playing great yesterday. Comp, though, that's the massive difference right there.
Yeah.
He's the one who stepped up yesterday. Right now, we're seeing he's probably playing worse than Daru, I'd say, at the moment. And
the
that's
confidence
not great.
doesn't look at the same for sure. It's definitely different. There's something else. Hold
That
on.
should be
This
over.
is a free
Should
net.
be-
This is a
oh,
free
no,
net.
what a
Oh
bad
my
shot.
goodness. How does that not go in?
Awful shot. Oh.
There's an interesting jump there from Daru.
Tight wire
Top
still
at a
open.
1v1. Good pop. Shox is going to be able to carry this into the corner. Comp's just going to back off on this one. It feels like Daru could have been there a little earlier for that challenge. Create some more pressure. They got a minute 30 to make it happen. Comp trying to take this away. Heps and Shox turning up the speed, increasing their pressure, putting the foot on the throat of the duo team.
Oh, top
What
left.
a banger.
Oh,
No way.
so
It just doesn't
unlucky.
hit. Man, those are the ones you need.
Yeah, you need it's a moment of brilliance, and is it time to start singing In the Bleak Midwinter? Is it time?
Peaky Blinders.
Well,
Big
this is
fan of
peak.
Peaky Blinders.
It's
One of my favorite
a
shows
peak
of all time.
situation.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who is not like by the odds of the Peaky Blinders. It's Comp and
Yeah.
Daru. They are not playing great. They are not playing great at all, and it's a shame.
I would
They're rough with
say-
so much potential.
That's true, man. To see them take out Luminosity and to see this right here is not. It's not what you're hoping for.
Oh,
you know what
it's
I mean?
just.
It's unfortunate.
I think Comp was
hold on.
peaking.
Wait,
I think that's what it
wait.
was.
This is an opportunity here. Where's Comp at? I mean, that was a good go. That was a good challenge. You had to try.
I think Comp needs to get to a position where the way he played against Luminosity is his average performance. At the moment, that's his peak performance.
All right. Oh my goodness. Ow.
Obviously, what a peak performance says is when you're playing at your best. When you're not playing at your best, which is 75% of the time, you're going to be in a sticky situation. And I didn't think Daru played that well either yesterday, and he's not playing any different today. He'd be the player who I'd expect to step up, but again, he just seems a little bit too. The confidence is lacking with Daru. I think he's got the mechanics, he's got the ability 100%.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the confidence. He seems to, want Comp to do everything, but I think Daru has probably, it's a wild comment to make, but I think Daru has better mechanics than Comp. Yeah, I never see Daru's mechanics.
Yeah. You got to be on the ball to use them. You know what I mean? And they just haven't had a lot of opportunities to be on the ball. They kind of give it away a lot. The challenges aren't there. The synergy wasn't here in this game, in either game, to be honest. And if anything, I'll give Luminosity a little bit of credit.
Jump.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'll give Luminosity a little bit of credit. I think they beat themselves in that game against the duo. I mean, the duo played well, but they were driving so fast, trying to use absolute speed and power and, just mechanics that were not as consistent as they could be to get it done. And Magic Bear didn't have a game at all. I think they beat themselves.
I think Magic Bear beat them. I wouldn't say they beat themselves. I think Tivaristo played absolutely fantastic. Barely put a foot wrong. It's just you can't 1v2, especially when you've got a player like Comp playing good. If you're playing against two players playing like the way I think if they played the duo today, they take that 2-0.
Yep.
Luminosity. But again, consistency is one of the biggest factors of the bubble scene and the pro scene. Is pro players need to be consistent, and that is why Comp and Daru are not yet there. If Comp could play the way he played against Luminosity every game, then I'm sure he'd be up there in RLCS. Because he was very, very fast, very, very mechanical. His ideas were there, the creativity was there, his speed, confidence, mentality, adrenaline. It was all there. You could see it all. Today, it's almost like someone's punched him over the head with a rock. And he came on with concussion and completely forgot what happened yesterday.
Just not there mentally because the head was taken off, or there was a hole put in.
It's a shame. It's a shame. As I say, I mean, I was really excited to see the duo, and now I'm a bit underwhelmed.
Yep.
But Supro,
That's
though,
twos, man. That's twos. It can happen any day. Supro got it done in the end. We'll be seeing them again later tonight. They got one more match to finish out the lowers, but they have made it through. They are in the Invitational. They did it the second time around. Congratulations to them. They got it done against the duo. The team to take out Luminosity can't be understated. GG's to the boys. But we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with our next matchup. We got a really, really good one coming up. It's going to be Moist Esports taking on Crash Out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a gander at this bracket here. Before we dive into this next matchup, the lobby is just about created, so we'll be going in just a second. But take a look at this. We got our top 8. Moist Esports, Crash Out, Talkie, Grass Touchers, Ducklings, Sub Bro, Mecha Benayim, and Incorrect Red. Exciting to see these players make it through, and we are jumping up to the upper bracket. Moist Esports versus Crash Out. This might be one of the best games of the night, Pet.
Nah.
He's biased.
No,
Who's
no.
the best then? Who's going to be the best squad?
Moist are going to win 2-0. It's not going to be a close game. Yeah, it's not even going to be. No, I can't see 5 up and Andy Luke. There's so much different players. Crash Out are more like boom and go. Moist Esports are more controlled. And the reason that they do so well and make it look so easy is because they're so controlled and chill. Like, they probably listen to some, lobby music, some yoga music in the back. They don't care. They're underneath the sea. They're that chill. It's going to be Moist. It's going to be Moist 2-0. I'm not even going to say anything else. It's just 2-0, and I'll show you all later why that is.
You know what, man? If you're that confident about it, I'm not gonna take it away from you. I think that it could end up being the situation. We'll find out in just a second here. The game is about to start, so ladies and gentlemen, lock in. You got Moist Esports taking on Crash Out in just a moment.
Oh, here we go.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, they're here. They're on the pitch. They're ready to rock. Moist Esports. Crash Out. This is going to be a really interesting game. Two very, very skilled 2v2 squads. Nitrous and Skills absolutely impressed against Luminosity, putting up a 9-1 finish against that team that just got knocked out yesterday. Wouldn't call them the best in the world, but hold on. Look at this. Off the rip, Nitrous. Yet again, cooking and shooting as accurately as he has.
Andy, that bump is satisfying. He's just been punched in the face and sent across the net, leaving the net open. Yep, good play, good play. They're not going to keep it up, though, I'll tell you. I have very, very strong feelings about this one. Very, very strong feelings that it's going to be Moist. I can't, like, if they beat Moist, I can't fathom how crazy that would be. Like, it would be ridiculously upsetting.
Andy and 5 over those players, dude, who just... Oh, there it is. This is a huge double commit. Andy has a free net.
Got to be a goal.
Skills couldn't get back in time. He does, though. Man, I think Andy just had a moment of hesitation on his second touch to keep that ball moving at full speed, and it slowed it down. Could have been a goal, but good pacing from Skills to get back in time. I know they respect these two. I know they've played against Andy and 5 up in ranked 2s before. Two very, very highly rated 2v2 players themselves. It's one of those things where you know what the opponents are capable of doing, and you have to play around it. So I think we'll see a different style of gameplay from Skills and Nitrous today. But only time is going to tell. About a minute in, and Crash Out holding a lead of 1.
Surely, surely, surely. Never mind. It was the close. That is a situation where I'd like Andy to just shoot on net rather than go for a double, because both of the players were awkward. One got bumped, the ball's up. Just go for net there. Don't go double, especially with the reset off the corner of the ceiling. That's dangerous. That's awful. That's second goal. What a save. Yep. 0 boost. He got back on there. That's fantastic. 5 up. Needs to make something happen here so they can be up on goals. At the moment, they're not. Andy's going up in the air again. Plays the 55 up. Not going to be able to challenge here because he's going to get beaten by Skills. Nitrous left awkward off the challenge, but he got regained possession. Andy's in an awkward situation. Gets a great save again. He's the goalkeeping connoisseur.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy has been money with low boost in the net, just keeping them alive, keeping them out of danger. And I'll say this too. We're seeing some really, really great 50-50s from both 5 up and Andy. I think at the pro level, that's something that is it's kind of a differentiator from the teams that are, you know, maybe you're barely scraping top 16s to your teams that are constantly making top 16s and going top 8s. You know, Moist finished what? I think it was like 5th or 6th NA total. They took a lot of wins off of some legacy teams, and I think those 50s, being able to keep the ball in your net, being able to keep the ball moving the way you want it to be moving, is the way to do that. It's also very, very powerful to have some great 50s played in 2s, and we're seeing it. Moist Esports still needing to find that room, though, to get the ball past the 50s and into the net of Crash Out.
Yeah, we need to see something more on the offense. That's going to be great. Oh, it's not in. He nearly had him there. He nearly had him indeed, but he doesn't quite do it. 5 up. He's there again. Skills will take over. Andy going to be able to take over now. Skills has been bumped. He's got a lot of time. Nitrous on 0 boost, of course. Andy doesn't know that, but can he cause a play? Misses again. Some of the decision making from Andy. Defensively amazing. Offensively, almost like a little bit clouded with judgment. That could have been an easy pass there and a goal. Obviously, he doesn't know the boost count, but to go for a shot there, unless you're going to hit it, don't try it. Never mind, Andy. Just proved me wrong. That's okay too.
Anytime, if we want a team to score, just have Caster Pet start diving into a little bit of commentary. That was a fantastic delayed flip. Handles from the man himself. Here we go. 1-1 game, 2:08, and here comes Moist Esports starting to find some life. 5 up. Gonna grab some mid boost here. Take it to the ceiling. Reflips that one. A chance for a double. Taken away by Nitrous. Good backboard defense. Andy trying to take a decent 50 from that. That's a missplit from Skills. Open net. 5 up's not missing the open there.
What did I say?
Mistakes.
No problem.
That's what that was.
No problem.
A mistake.
That was 100%, yeah. And I think now that Andy, I don't think there's been a single opportunity on 5 up and Andy's net since that first goal, to be honest. Apart from, oh no, not a lie, Andy's made 2 saves since, but
it's been a lot of
quiet.
saves. Andy's been playing goalkeeper of the year, you know.
Yeah, it's been quiet though. I mean, I'd say Moist have been the better team.
For at least a minute and a half, yeah. For at least a minute and a half. There's been 4 saves on the board for Moist since that last about almost 2 minutes now. So now an opportunity, good 50 there, front of the net. Skill's going to take this back. Did he just own goal that? Oh my goodness! Where's the the brains that? Oh boys! Crash Out is crashing out.
Yeah, well, you know, no 9-1 game here. Sorry, guys, but you know, we'd love to dream and wish and fairy tale, but my Moist boys are not going down. You know, this is why, you know, this is why these guys are a step up from Luminosity, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
These guys are a step up, and there you go. Oh, 5 up. I was actually going to say, if the game didn't change, that he wasn't as involved as Andy, but all of a sudden he's just popped up and popped in 2 goals. So, fair play to 5 up. He's read my mind and proved me wrong. He's cursed me in my head.
He's living in there rent-free, you could say. You know, he's in the flat. He's hiding under your bed. Who really knows? But I mean, this guy, absolutely money on the ground. He is one of the best we've seen in his ability to control the ball on the floor. I mean, this is the Flyboy, but I'll tell you, in 2v2, if you are good on the ground, you can create some great opportunities for yourselves. And 5 up, incredible catches, incredible shooting. Big save here from 5 up. Didn't even seem phased by the piss missile that was just put towards his backboard. Skills, avoiding the demo. Does get up to make the backboard save. Nitrous is going to be on this. The demo comes through on Andy. 5 up, good pre-chow. And resetting that pressure. Moist Esports, again, taking over.
Yeah, they are in 5 up. He's going for a triple. Doesn't get it. Skills on low boost goes. Nitrous also just picks up that 100, but it's going to put him out of position. Andy tries to hoop one into the top left corner. Doesn't quite get there. 5 up to the backboard. Nitrous clears away Andy. He's got a lot of time to work with. No panic as well. 3 goals up. There's nothing to rush for. He can take all the time he wants. It's crazy though, because despite the 4-1 deficit, Crashout seems to have given up and just trying to play damage control here in game number 1. They're not throwing players towards the ball. They're not trying to win the ball back. They're definitely not trying to score by the scenes. They're just trying to defend and make sure this defeat's not as bad as it could be. Andy nearly popped it off. I'd say he did pop off. He just didn't quite get the finish he wanted on the play, and that's going to be a goal conceded. Although I doubt Moist Esports really care.
When you're up this much with 18 seconds to go, I would say in 3s it'd be less worrisome than it is in 2s. The kickoff goal in 18 seconds, a Spanish kickoff, and you know, one good goal could take this back into the hands of Crashout. Yeah. There's a real possibility it could happen, but let's see on this kickoff how it's going to go. Nitro's going to fake and go for the bump. Doesn't get it. 5 up, weighing that option. Oh no! What did I say, Pat? What did I say?
Well, you did say 18 seconds. It's actually 15.
Well, now it is.
Just want to step you up there, but no, yeah, that's don't really know what happened there, to be honest. That was a bit of a woo situation from Moist Esports.
I mean, it was a good fake. I mean, it wasn't even a fake smash. It was basically a Spanish. Absolutely pulled 5 up off of that ball. Again, Skills going for the bump there. 5 up. If he scores here, it's all over. Good save. And he's super deep in that. Andy, good idea to take that pressure and continue to force it towards the Crash shot. Oh yeah, hold on. No, 5 up one more time. Good position.
Yeah, he's going to score. No, he's not. He's going to play it down.
He's going to find it on the ground. There it is. All right, Moist Esports.
going to care for the goal.
Yeah, Moist Esports is going to get out of that one. They won it, but you know, it got a little dicey at the end. Let's take a look at some stats. Skills, 72 touches, heating up, good possession, but I mean, it wasn't enough in the end. Moist Esports 1-0.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the touches there. Actually, you know, more touches on the side of Crashout. It just shows that Moist Esports don't need the touches to win the games. You know, and it does mean a hell of a lot. I think most of the touches from Crashout there, though, looking at the shots, were in that defense. You know, making 6 saves, but also just the clearances off the unsave giving positions on that side of the field. Mostly spent, you know, at least I felt the ball was mostly in the Crashout half and the Crashout defense. Very, very few real. I think most of the shots came from counter-attacks from Crashout 2v1s, which Andy turned into to voice Courtois. Saved every single thing away. And it's going to be interesting. I still have faith in the 2-0 sweep from Moist Esports. It was closer than I expected, but again, Moist Esports sort of made it closer. It was 4-1. And then they started, you know, punking around for the second goal and the third goal. Good goal, but yeah, I think 4-2 is probably a fairer result of that game. Moist Esports, though, they're going to win. I have a feeling.
You know, that feeling could come to fruition here. Crashout, I still think they have a couple of, you know, more impressive looks to be put forth on the pitch here. We saw them do incredible things against a couple of teams already. Undefeated until now. Moist Esports as well, undefeated until that. Well, still undefeated at the current moment. Let's see if they can continue that streak. Andy and 5 up. Locked in. Here we go. Game number 2. Do or die for Crashout. They're going to have to go down to the lowers. They drop this one to Andy and 5 up on Moist. Nitrous is going to be back in front of the net. Good challenge, but the ball's still floating in the air. Skills waiting out 5 up to jump. 5 up winning that 50. Nitrous going to take this around to the other side of the field. Maybe gain a little bit of life, gain a little bit of space. Great cut and catch, retaining all the boost and the momentum. A shot on net. Look at Nitrous go. He just walked the dog. That was Moist Esports.
Yeah, Andy with a fake challenge, or maybe just pulls out late. I don't really know. He wouldn't have got there anyway, but I don't really know why he'd ever jump there. You know, because it's they say 5 up gets to 50. Andy's jumping around like a unicorn. He's nowhere near the ball. Stay on the ground, you know. Comms, don't double commit. But it was a goal either way because Nitrous got the beat. Good goal. Can't take it away from that. Nitrous just making things happen. That creativity element that we needed to see there. That's an open shot, but 5 up not ready. Had he been middle, that could have been danger, but otherwise, the danger's on the other end. Andy makes a great save again. Nitrous slows it down, which is slightly confusing to me.
Yeah, Andy's so good at putting the entire car in the ball during some of those 50s. It seems like most teams really struggle to get the ball past him on the goal line. Same with 5 up. Their defense is pretty impeccable. Here we go. Andy, one more time. Over 1, Nitrous, gonna backflip, get a touch. Demo does come through. Big pressure here, potentially for crash out.
Oh, he's not even scared.
Good chow away from 5 up. Be caught by Skills. Gonna go 1 touch, trying to get Andy out of the way. He does get the bump, but I mean, look at the spacing right now between 5 up and Andy. That's kind of the difference maker. It feels like they're not conceding space even when they're bumped off the ball. Their teammate is always right there to help them out.
Yeah, it's like, you know, peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese. They go together very nicely. They go very nicely on a sandwich.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great pair.
But, you know, they just seem unfazed, which is what I like about them. They don't care. They're 1-0 down, and it's like, okay, shrug. They were in the same situation last game, an early goal, and then all of a sudden they just dominate the rest of the game. Yeah. It just seems like they have that sort of 30-second period where they're a bit lackadaisical. All of a sudden, awake. And, yeah, they then dominate the game. Just easy. Just make it look easy. They're just dancing around the ball with pirouettes and Swan Lake in the background. No problems. No problems. You know, they're on the seaside. The nice waves and then the nice beach, but
breeze in their hair.
Panic.
Yeah.
No panic.
Oh, that's a shot.
Like a fairy tale.
Like a fairy tale. You know what? This game is anything but a fairy tale right now. It is so very close. A nail biter through and through. Nice little reset there, but Andy's going to take over Skills now in a 1v1. Andy looking to peek. He's got the reset in the air. What's he going to do with it? Skills has to wait it out. Wow, that pitch and what a save. Last second. That was nice.
Beautiful save. Beautiful save. I thought Andy had him. I never see Andy miss those. So Skills has done a very good job to keep him away from scoring. But this is dangerous. Andy can't get bumped. He gets it past 1. He plays the flick past the next. Knight just makes a great save. It's going to be 5 up. Going for the double here. He gets the reset.
Time to dance.
Double tap.
Time to dance.
Oh, he gets the reset again. The double reset. Triple tap.
What a shot.
No, double tap. No, triple tap. Yeah, the double reset, triple tap. That's crazy.
Him.
Yeah.
It's Andy's world and we're living in it. For 5 up we're living in it. That was wild. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, that's control. All you need to see, control, no nerves. Again, wind blowing, breeze, sunshine, river, and Moist Esports. Fantastic. All in the same place. Oh, what a shot! Okay, Nitrous. Okay, Nitrous.
Money on the accuracy. Great setup here from Skills.
Shot.
Getting the bump on Andy just barely. Giving Nitrous that room, but look how close Nitrous was to Skills there. Not even worried at all about Andy being midfield. Just going to let his teammate make that bump happen, and then a perfect shot, top right.
Didn't need to place it there, to be honest. 5 up was maybe a little bit too much in the breeze. As he was lost, to be honest, on the goal line. He could have shot pretty much anywhere apart from the left side of the net. It'd be a goal. That's a great bump play, though. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out the way he wants. That's an open net. If Andy can strike it, he can't. Skills doesn't save it. It was judged. I had a demo. I don't know if you got the same thing on your little director cam there. I had an explosion happen rather than the shot. But Skills nearly got there, but that's a great goal. There you go. But again, a misplay, costing them the lead, the possession, the pressure, the confidence.
I'll say this, man, in twos, you cannot relax your thumbs. You got to keep that hand ready on the controller. I mean, you saw Crash Out strike right back off the kickoff to go ahead. Oh,
what did you say? What did you call for? Crash Out off the kickoff. Well,
Fakey Nelson. We have one. Look at this. Has the reset. Just who doesn't use that? How do you keep yourself from using that? Look at the patience, the control. Wow.
Yeah, going toe-to-toe with 5 up and his control, although I prefer 5 up's goal. That was a nice goal. That's a nice fake. Depends on what you're into. Depends on what you're into, you know.
Sure.
I'm more into the double tap, triple tap kind of play.
Oh, he might get another one here, taken away.
That's good.
Oh,
that's good, though.
Look at the power on that.
That's bad. That's good. That's bad. For Moist Esports.
Not a bias caster by any means, this man, Ped. 100%. He does not have a favorite.
It's
that one almost goes in. Skills. Can he do it? Oh, my God. No.
The back heel. No. The back wheel. The back wheel. Oh, my God. No. 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 The back wheel. Oh, my God That's crazy. He missed it and then recovered it with the back wheel. Some might say calculated. He turned that booty around and smacked it home. 4-2, 112. Wow.
That was, I mean, how, man? I thought for sure he was out of that. There was no way he was going to get a touch. It looked like he had missed his last opportunity, but still finds a way. Nitrous now. Back to skills. A lot of pressure from Crash out here. This is their stay alive in the uppers game. They got to win to take us to a game 3, 5 up and Andy. For the first time all tournament, feeling some pressure.
Yeah. And eventually the windy day has turned into a storm. That's a great shot. Great save. Nitrous is there. He makes it, Andy. He has a chance to shoot here. Skills will make the save. It's up for 5 up. He gets 1 touch. He tries to play the second. Nitrous is there, Andy. Again, he's got Skills waiting. He will make the save off the backboard. Good control again there, not to just insta-challenge that ball. He's going to try and play it past 5 up. If he does get the touch, a goal here would be very, very good for Moist Esports' hopes at a comeback. Otherwise, we're going to 3. That's a good pass, but Andy doesn't want to commit. He wants to try and hold this 2-goal deficit if he believes that he can make the comeback. Although I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith here, and definitely have now as Nitrous gets the clearance away. That should be a goal. It's open. We're going to game 3.
Yeah.
My prediction's been dragged across the ground.
Look at that. Look at that. I mean, hey, you got to get up to Nitrous. He was making decisions faster than Andy and 5 up. And I'll say this, it is not an easy thing to do to make decisions faster than 2 of the best in the game right now in NA. That's just a solid performance from both Nitrous and Skills. They're working together very well here in the second game, putting their best foot forward. 5 up and Andy not able to fully finish it out, but game 3 is coming up. We've seen both looks from both teams. We've seen their best. How's it going to pan out in this last game of the series?
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I still think the individuality falls with Moist Esports, but if Crash Out can play the way they just have, well, not Crash Out, sorry. If Nitrous can play the way he just has, he was a difference maker. I always mention a difference maker player. That was Nitrous in that game. He made the differences. He made the hard plays. He brought the confidence back to Skills. And that's the type of player you need in a winning team, to be honest. That captain sort of role. Nitrous has taken that there. 1,000 points dropped. Fantastic performance from him. And Moist needs to do better. They need to do better. They're the pros here. They should take that as an embarrassment. They need to, you know, pick it up.
That is shocking. I mean, look at that. 5 up and imagine playing 2s against 5 up and Andy. Having 13 shots put on your net, and you keep them to 2 goals. That is something else. 6 saves from the GOAT Nitrous. Has Skills in the backpack, metaphorically. Skills did just fine. I mean, 742 is nothing to laugh at all. I mean, still, that's about double. That's about the total of 5 up and Andy's points altogether. And that's just a dynamic performance from Crash out there. They decided to really come alive here in game 2. But you know what? There's 3 games. It's a 3-game series. We've seen good looks from both. Now we're going to see what extra tricks Moist has in their backpack. Can they come back and stop the reverse sweep? It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3, upper bracket, semifinal. Winner moves on to the upper finals. The loser will head down to the lowers.
Yeah, it's a scary place to be. It's a scary place to be. Not as scary as the elimination round, but still scary nonetheless. You know, they don't want to lose. They want to keep it in the upper bracket as long as possible. That's a great pinch. Andy trying to stop the tradition of an early goal for Crash Out. Maybe they can start on an up this time and rather than a down, but it looks like it's going to be a down as Skills gets a shot off. It's not going to be on target, though. We need to see some better than Skills there with that shot. It needs to be a goal, really, to restore that confidence early on, to settle the nerves early on, but unfortunately it won't be there. Still, though, 5 up. Gets an opportunity. Bumped off the ball, but he stays low. He gets a touch past 1. Skills with a great touch will clear the danger.
Yeah, Nitrous not able to get a lot of power on that. He had 0 in the tag, and absolutely 0 Skills. Trying to hold on to this Andy, a great pass. Nitrous is going to be there. Almost gets the dunk, but still threatening. Oh, wow. What a delayed jump there from 5 up. That was uncharacteristic of that Rocket League player. Nitrous was absolutely beat if 5 up just commits.
Yeah, hesitation. Hesitation play, you know, and that's something we've never seen from Moist in this tournament so far, is the hesitation element. And all of a sudden, they've lost the game, and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They've been rattled. They startled the giant. Crash Out here, and that's the time now they need to pounce. They can't let Moist settle in. If they want to win this game, they've got to pounce now. They've got to get this first goal. They've got to try and, you know, control the game. They can't let 5 up and Andy grow into this game. If they do, they will lose, and that's just a true reality of it. Because when the better players can calm down and settle the nerves, then they will be the elite in the game, unfortunately.
I agree. I agree. You have to be able to strike, but you got to be able to do so in a way that doesn't throw yourselves out of the play. Good offense here from Crash Out thus far, but still nothing has found its way through. A pass opportunity to Nitrous. Not going to want to go up quickly, but that's going to take it to the ceiling. Andy meeting him there. Oh, keeps it low, though. A great play thus far. 5 up in a tough position. Got to be very smart. Wow.
What is that?
World-class defense from 5 up there.
Yeah. The solo, not the right decision. Not the right. You're in a 2v1. At least go for a demo if you're going for solo. But again, not communicated well enough. And what was actually going on there was a late decision, I think, from Nitrous. I think he tried to weigh up the situation. That's going to be a goal, surely. It is. Yep. Andy, 52 players. Wow, he's strong. Built different Weetabix and all sorts.
Look at this. Great setup here from Andy. I mean, 5 up almost drove the other way. Almost expecting that 50 to not go the way that it did, but they've got the mechs to turn around and make a shot. And here we go, Moist Esports with a little over 2 minutes into regulation with a 1-goal lead. 5 up. They're beyond the ball here. Popping it around Skills. And a 50 this against Nitrous. Nitrous, what was that? Wow. Oh, no. That's an open net. Accidents happen when you get a little loose. And now Moist Esports taking a 2-goal lead.
He sort of stalled. His car stalled, and then he went for a very awkward, no momentum jump. Didn't flip, just seemed to tap the jump button and hold it down for too long, and he's ended up tilting his car, which has given an assist to a Moist Esports goal there. Not what you want to be seeing. Nearly a kickoff strap pulled off perfectly, but the follow was there in time. And I've got to say it, we haven't seen Moist Esports really lose a strong lead with 2 goals.
Yeah, when they get going, it's hard to stop them, and they just continue to strike. Look at these guys go.
Yeah, what a 50. Andy's 50s this game have been really, really good. 5 up as well. They are the 50 kings, and that's been so influenced in their wins, in their games, in their performances. Those 50s, just to take the ball away, because often what happens is with the 50s as well, the other player goes flying. They disappear off the map. They just stay still and put, and there you go. 4-0. Game over. GG. Thanks for playing. See you in lower bracket.
Ped calls 2's games so early, it's wild. It is absolute. I mean, I'll say this. I'll give you some grace, Ped, because you have not been casting 2v2 as much as I have. I've been doing this for the last 2 years. I'll tell you right now, 2 minutes. I don't care who you are on the pitch. 2 minutes 17. 4 goals. So very doable. Is it doable against a team like Moist Esports, some of the best defense in the game? Maybe not. But hey, anything is possible. You got to believe it's possible. Oh man, I don't know about 5. I don't know about 5.
No, it isn't. I know what I'm talking about here, Don. I don't think I've been wrong. Maybe once or twice with the early callouts.
Okay.
No, with the early callouts. We need to have an instant replay of these early. I don't know how many times I've been wrong on them. I think I've been quite accurate with when I've called them early.
If there's one thing I love about Ped, it is his confidence. It's the confidence that Skills and Nitrous need to embody if they want to come back from a 5-0 deficit. Right there, Nitrous finding some of that Ped inside of him.
Everyone needs to find the Ped inside them, It's part of the need.
It's just that gusto
of life.
It's just that him energy. You know what I mean?
It's not happening. It's not happening at all. 4 goals still. I mean, it would take something crazy from Andy and 5 up to bottle this lead. Honestly, it would take them to be tailing on the net, swinging around doing donuts. That's the only way I see this game going the way of Crash Out, is the 2 players on Moist Esports to DC.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Nitrous and Skills won't be able to make it closer, but right now, oh man, 5 up and Andy, they are just so in tune with each other on the field. I mean, playing in RLCS together constantly with Eris, they know exactly what they're doing. That's not the touch you want. Skills has a chance here. It's a little wide on that shot. 5 up was there anyway. Like I said, great pace and great spacing.
Beat. Yeah, it's good beat.
From all players on Moist right now. That's a shot on. He's got that angle. 100p.
Everybody wave goodbye to Crash Out.
Going to lower. They're not leaving. They're going to lower.
Everybody say good luck to Crash Out then.
See you later. See you later. See you tomorrow type thing. You know what I mean?
It's... I said it though. It doesn't matter if it's 4-0, 3-0. As soon as the Moist Esports boys have the lead, it's game over. Unless it's 1 goal, that's when they seem to bottle it.
They're cooking. They are in the kitchen. They got the pot going. They got the boiler on. They got the sauce ready to go, preheated. The chicken's in the oven, and Crash Out absolutely just did not come with the same intensity that they did last game. What a save from Andy. Unreal. Oh, no! Somehow that doesn't go. Oh, there it is. All right, after all that, finally.
Some might say Crash Out. I prefer Burnout.
Super.
You know, that's what it's been. That's what it's been. It's just this game has just been so far away from what they needed it to be. You know, they won that game. It made me sort of, you know, sway the 100% moist to a 97% moist. Back to 100% now, absolutely. As soon as Moist scored the first goal, that went back there. I think Moist is a team that you can't give the lead to.
No, absolutely not. I agree.
You can't. You just can't. They're not going to lose it. They just sit in defence like cement. They're not going to let you in, and they'll make you overcommit as well to try and equalise, which is the best part about them. It's like a mind Medusa of a team.
Well, that's how you got to do it, right? You kind of have to make the other team uncomfortable. You kind of got to make them awkward, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing these two just create pressure early, and then just bait them in, play their game. They've been playing that game since the beginning of this one. Two goals early, and you mentioned it. I don't think there's anyone coming back, and you were right. We got Moist Esports going to be staying alive in the uppers.
Yeah,
and conversely, Crash Out going down low.
I'm going to tell you, Don, I'm barely ever wrong with these things, you know. I just have that, they're like sixth sense. It's just the sixth sense to just to push away any you know, anything away from reality. Never am I ever going to see Moist Esports throw a 4-0 lead with 2 minutes left. Never, not once. It was 2:17 to be precise. Never going to happen. Never going to happen.
They are the team to beat right now. They were undefeated until that game 2 where Crash Out did take one off of them. But Crash Out for the first time going to be down in the lowers for round 4. Lots of time, though. Lots of opportunities still to push through this tournament. We have our top 8 for the Invitational. All the teams you're going to see tonight are playing for seeding for next week's $10,000 Flyboy Legends Invitational, starting the 7th through the 9th. It'll be a 16-team Swiss bracket to start us off. Very excited to see how that one plays out. But right now we're seeing who's going to be playing who in the beginning. It's all about seeding. It's all about, you know, do you have to go up against maybe a TSM as the first seed if you place last seed, or are you going to get a chance against an easier team, maybe like Chris Bunn's Backpack? Going to be tough to tell. But hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. We got another fun one coming up for you next.
Whoa.
None other than Talkie taking on Grass Touchers, Lunar and Polar. Excited to see that one. Hang tight while Pet and I get this lobby all set up and ready to go. We'll be right back. All right. Time to take a look at our bracket before we dive into our next matchup. Talkie taking on Grass Touchers. Going to be an interesting one. Moist Esports finding their way through. I actually got to put them in the upper bracket final in just a minute. I'll update that in a second. But they did win against Crash Out. Crash Out heading down to the lowers in round number 4. After Talkie and Grass Touchers, we're going to jump over to we're going to jump over to Ducklings versus Supro. And that's going to finish us out for the night. 2 more matches. Who do you got on this one? Talkie or Grass Touchers, Ped?
It's a hard game to say. I've not seen Talkie really play against a team who I believe are challenging enough to really get a good gauge of the skill. Whereas Grass Touchers, I really rate Incorrect Red. And Grass Touchers take that one in a 2-1 win, which I did not expect. So since I didn't back them then, I've got to back them now, and I've got to go with the Grass Touchers to win this game. 2-1, I think. 2-1.
2-1 Grass Touchers. I think I'm going the other way. And I think they're doing it in 2. I think Talkie's taking this one in 2. I'm not going to lie to you. They are a crazy good 2s team. They play together a lot. I watch Tricky play 2s on his stream all the time. He is Timothy Tenders. He is that guy. He's got the speed. He's got the need for speed. He can't stop himself. He's too fast sometimes. I could definitely see him and Talk peaking this time around. There's that updated bracket. Moist Esports now over there on the upper finals. I'm calling it Talkies. I'm saying Talkies in 2. That's my prediction. But we're going to dive into this next game in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, hang tight while we get this one set up. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to dive into our next matchup. Talkie taking on Grass Touchers. This one's going to be fun.
Let's see how that fares. I'm quite confident. Oh, every time,
Every time, Caster
game.
Curse. Caster Curse.
It's every game at this point. Every
Great
game.
kickoff from
Moist
Talk.
conceded first. That's all I'm saying. Moist conceded first as well. Means
True.
nothing.
True. Something to be mentioned. I don't. We haven't talked about this too much. But Polar's actually playing out of the UK right now. I mean, I'll take a quick peek at his ping. I mean, he's got great ping for EU. 84. Not bad at all. Been playing pretty decent as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think, to be honest, the EU servers, the NA servers for EU players is not that bad anymore. It used to be much worse. They've improved.
Yeah.
Really much improved. So, to be honest, for an EU player, for a late night session, can't get any EU games, NA's a place to go, and I'm sure Polar enjoys the NA sessions as well. That's a good looking dribble for Luna. Again, he's the sort of mechanical messiah that we see make all the plays. Polar, his little polar bear following up and just nodding the ball away into an open net, usually. Let's see if Luna can make it off again, though, against 2 different players. I don't know. It's hard to gauge sort of skill level. I've not really seen many of the players here before from many places, but I would say Incorrect Red are a harder opponent than Torxie, to be honest. If I'm being completely true to myself.
If you're analyzing it based off the data you got, that's a fair shake. I mean, we'll say this: Incorrect Red's in lowers. Talking Tricky, these guys are still semifinal uppers, fighting for their chance to go play against Moist Esports in the upper finals. That's what's on the line here. Grass Touchers again, also in uppers. This is our final uppers match of the night. And here we go, Polar and Lunar striking back. Solid beat here from Polar. Awkward little wave dash. To be honest, that helped him out. It's a broken wave dash to keep him in the center of the field. Had it worked out, he would have been heading towards the mid boost. He wouldn't have had a chance at that ball. And here we go. 1-1. Grass touchers, equalize.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really good to see. Really good to see. And, you know, I think it's going to be a close game. I do think it's going to go all the way to 3. I think it's going to be one of those games. But Luna and Paul are already working the magic. As I say, Luna's sort of play. Luna can do anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
His mechanical play allows him to do whatever he wants. Whether he wants to play passive, aggressive, whatever. He can do any play style because his mechanics permit him to.
Mm-hmm.
So, will be interesting to see what's going to go on there. That's a good clearance across field. Polar is on the ball. Polar's going to follow this up though. Tricky. He's going to make that touch instead. Luna can't make the first one. It's still there for him though. Bounces away. Polar takes it over. Plays it to that corner. He's got 100 boost as well. He's going to have a nice time here. But Talk close that nice time down.
Oh, great.
And bumping Polar just takes the ball completely. Tricky has a free chance to shoot here. That must be a goal. It has to be a goal. What's happened there?
That was just an awkward situation in the corner. Polar had good control, but Talk just bumps him off of that. Polar trying to, I don't know, 50 that back into the corner. It ends up going right out to Tricky, and Tricky doesn't really miss. Like I mentioned, 2,300 twos player. I don't know if he's scraped 2,400, but he gets up there. Nasirium's in chat. Maybe he can tell us. What's Tricky's peak twos? Regardless of what that is, he's one of those players who's very tough to beat in the game when he's playing at his peak. He hits his shots. Now we got Lunar creating some pressure. Oh my goodness, wow. Talk. A wild touch. I shouldn't say a wild touch, just a big dive here from Polar. That's a lot of trust from Lunar and his teammate Polar, because if that 50 does not go his way, I don't know if Lunar gets back before the ball's in their net.
Yeah, you know, that's the art of the game for EU. He's lagging, so he needs to pre-jump things, and that was a very, very rash pre-jump. It was either a goal for him or a goal for them. So thankfully, it did go in for his sake. Otherwise, that would have been dangerous. Luna's dive there. Talks gets the fake. Luckily, Polar low boost does get that touch. Talks going to keep the pressure, but Polar stays on strong with that 0 boost. He's still on the ball as well. But it's going to be all the way now to the other side of the pitch. And Luna has a chance to score. And great save for now. He gets the second as well. What a save. What a save.
That was impeccable mechanics. No panic either. Still in danger. Ball in the backboard. Tricky trying to clear this out. Lunar bumped off that in traffic. Chance here for Tricky to gain some control, gain some speed. Lunar pops that up, but it's not going to be a clear. Polar's going to take this next 50. Does not get the bump on Tricky. Soft touches. Can he clear this out? Talk, a decent 50. Tricky's going to have to try to get a touch in this. No, sir, Talk. Going to kick this back to Tricky. Kind of a smart play here. Keep that ball out of possession from Lunar and Polar, who looks like are measuring this Talky offense rather well thus far.
Definitely, but here comes Talk. He's going to land on the floor. I'd hope for a little bit of a shot there to come out of Talk, but he does take it low. I don't know if he actually got the flip registered, but he went for that's mid. That should be a goal. And it will be. Polar's there. And that's what's different about this team. They have the trust to play higher, and that's why it works. Not a lot of teams can play this high up the field with both players, but Polar and Luna have that trust in each other to make the play work, and they don't care about leaving the net open for those few seconds because they know they're going to score. That is really good confidence to have, and they take the lead again. 3-2, 135 there.
Yeah, that is it's a great analysis there. Lunar and Polar. You know, I talked to Lunar before. They've played twos for a very long time together, very comfortable with each other's play styles. I know they're in comms, and I know they're, showing up, getting ready to play, just not really worrying about the ability of Tricky and Talk. And I actually just had a Nasirium, good friend of Tricky and Talk, in the chat confirm. Hold on a second. Is this in? Wow, there it is. Talk is actually a 2450 peak in twos. That's a 2450, whereas Tricky is around a high 2300s. But even still, to get that high in twos, there's got to be something different about you, whether it's playing with the right people or just having mechanics to get it done. I mean, both of those players on the Talkie squad, they have it like that.
Yeah, and it'll also require an absolutely crazy amount of games, an unfathomable amount of games that, I could never imagine. About 2,000 games a season, maybe more. Yeah. For some players, there's players who are on 5,000, in twos. It's crazy how the grind works, and if you put in the grind will benefit if you can make sure you balance it out with other factors, of course, like mental health and
absolutely
and well-being. That's a massive part of the Rocket League rank system. But if these guys have cracked that code, which obviously they have, fair play to them. But as you mentioned, this game is not ranked twos. This is the Flyboy. This is $10,000 on the line. Hence why we are seeing more mistakes here than you'll probably see them in a casual rank session when they're having fun late night with the boys.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You're not playing for anything outside of ranked leaderboard stats at that point. That was a big chance. It doesn't actually materialize. Still tied at 3. 20 seconds remaining. Big demo comes through here. Some pressure being created from Talkie. Lunar trying to keep possession. Polar going to show up, put a shot on. No way this lands. Just missing. Tricky trying to keep this close. He's going to get this corner boost. I'll pass out to Polar. A chance. Off line. A little soft. Oh, that touch wasn't perfect, but Talk going to bail out Tricky here. Final few seconds. All in the air. Talk and Polar both hanging out. In the Flyboy, flying in the air. 3-3 OT here in game number 1. This has been tit for tat from the start.
Yeah, it has been. And again, we're in a situation where anything could happen. Tricky. He's going to get the chance here to run up the field. He's not going to get the second touch. Lunar is going to be there. He's going to go on the sideboard. 9 boost. He's got Polar in the middle. Demoed. Good aggressive play. Nearly get a bump on Polar as well. But now it's going to be Polar chasing down Talk, who's awkward. 56 boost. Luna is there. Tricky. Takes it forward. Gets the second. Polar's there. He plays one. Talk's there as well, but Polar keeps that control, keeps it close.
He is so much boost on that play.
Oh, that's
what a
fantastic.
flick on 0. That's crazy.
But it's not going to be in, though. Not going to be good enough to beat this defense of Talk and Tricky. Now they're on the other side of the off target. It's still there. That's in. No, it's not. What a save. What a save.
Oh, my goodness. Lunar coming up clutch. In the clutch.
It's not going to be good enough, though. Oh, what a save as well.
Lunar's going to beat Tricky to that one. Tricky's just going to wait back. He knows he was beat, so he's just going to allow him to pop it up. Talk is going to put an absolute ripper on net. No way it goes. Oh, he doesn't get the double.
I want to comment on where did Polar's boost go? I swear Polar went for that mid left and disappeared. He comes back on 0. He came home empty-handed. Maybe he got that stolen in the midst of all the chaos, but
hard to tell.
Here comes Polar again. He uses so much boost, Polar.
Yeah.
He uses it all. That's the problem. He gets the boost and he burns through.
You don't really
like
see him sitting on a lot. Yeah, you're right.
Like it's a bottle of water, a litre bottle of water. He's burning right through it, and he needs to chill out because there's not that many boost pads on the field, especially a high-level play. But now he's going to go up.
Oh,
he beats one.
No way.
Reset underneath. Trixie.
Tricky almost gets beat.
Just no one there. Luna not there. He got demoed, so he wasn't there quick enough to get the follow-up. Well, that could have been the chance to break it. But again, it's end-to-end action here, Don. End-to-end.
Scary one for sure. That's a great 50. If Tricky can beat him there, Polar's going to be there first. Tricky weighing some options. A little bit of a team bump. Talk takes a good 50. That's a shot on. Oh, in game 1 going to grass touchers. You called it.
The ice cold blood in Luna's veins there. Just to tap that in.
It's a great 50 from Talks. Not much you can do. I mean, we talked about how Polar and Lunar's playing on each other's tail all series. They are right there with each other on every push. If Lunar's not there, that ball's not in. There's no way. The demo comes through on Tricky. And here we go. Look at the ball touches. I mean, possession across the board. Everybody. Hot as heck.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree 100%. Comes down to, again, just... I think that was a bit of a whiff from Talk, if I'm being honest. I think Talk had chances there to end the game when Luna and Polar were awkward 0 boost, and they just didn't hit them on target. They just went for the overcomplicated play, and that's the problem with some of these players that I've noticed quite often is they always try to overthink things sometimes. They're trying to overdo a play. I said about Andy in the last game, Andy going for a double tap rather than just going for the shot. Same thing applies here. The shots were there, the pressure was there. The goals weren't. And that's because they're trying to overcomplicate it. Just play the normal shots, play the simple plays, go for the demo. We haven't really seen that many demo plays, like saw when both defenders are back. From Talk, you just pick a corner, take the nearest defender out, and you could have a goal. It's as simple as that.
Very true.
Seeing it enough.
It is simple as that, and at the same time, it is not as simple as that. I swear, a lot of these players, it's a bit of a mental game in twos. It's a show up and show your mechanics. Don't mess up. You mess up, everything goes down the drain. So I mean, whether if these players aren't 100% confident in a challenge, they're not going to go for it. They're going to make sure that they take the smart play, the safe play, and they're going to get out of dodge when things go wrong. But you're right. It comes down to being able to make those decisions and do it quickly and to do it confidently. And Lunar and Polar, one decision more than Talkie, made correctly at the right time, and it pays off. They take game number 1. Game number 2 coming up here. Talkie, Grass Touchers. Game 2 with Grass Touchers in the lead.
Yeah, it's a really good position to be in for Grass Touchers. I did say a 2-1 game. Maybe they'll be able to take it in just 2, though. That's a good demo. Again, not going to be a goal, though, and it's sort of that execution of what happens after the demo comes in. That just isn't really working right now. Luna nearly picks out that top left corner. Doesn't quite do so we are going to see Talkie get away with one. But again, the boost starving players coming on. I think there's a lot of people who've put a little bit too much disrespect on Luna and Polar's name. Like these guys are really good. I didn't doubt them for a second in this series. I generally think they're one of the top teams as well, especially in this closed qualifier bracket. I think they're worthy of that sort of top 4, top 3
great shot
position. But Talk, as soon as I mention how good I think Luna and Polar are, he will just bring himself into the conversation, as Don likes to say, and take Polar out of the game.
Yeah, that was a great play, but don't take anything away from the Grass Touchers. I agree wholeheartedly with you about them being one of the top teams in this close qualifier, and for sure the Invitational. Lunar's been playing in the Flyboy. This is, I think, his 3rd season, if I'm correct about that. And the improvements he has made as a player since the beginning, since we first saw him, no more than maybe a year and a half ago, it is evident. Him and Polar, they have both been improving, especially as a duo. They know what they're doing out there. Look at that talk, though, knowing that if they want to stay alive in the uppers, they are going to have to continue to score. And they do so. Talk, great shot, 2-0.
It's a good start. Very, very good start. It's just whether they can keep the consistency there for the 5 minutes, That is the biggest thing with the players nowadays. The 5 minutes needs to be consistent. If they can't find that consistency for a whole 5 minutes, they could cost. That should be free. Has to be. I'm sorry, but that has to be. That could be a very, very decisive moment in this game, because that could actually boost the confidence of Luna and Polar, or maybe just give him a bit of a right. Okay, we've got away with one there. Let's step it up. Let's step the level up. We're not playing good enough, and that could be that sort of wake-up call. And you don't want to give him a wake-up call. You want to give him a beating.
Absolutely. Don't give him any confidence at all. Take it all away and have it evaporate.
Ooh.
Polar very deep in the corner here. That's a smart demo. Lunar's going to turn back, put a shot on, slow things down. Tricky into the corner, but Lunar again on zeros pretty much. Polar's crazy. I can't believe they're going for these challenges. Oh my goodness, and that almost goes. I mean, you could call it reckless abandon, the way these two are playing on Grass Touchers, but they are fighting for every goal they have an opportunity for. Pass back to Tricky. He's going to get a first touch opportunity. Backboard. Polar's up. Tricky out of that one. Talking to put a shot on. Trying to go top left. Doesn't find his mark. Polar finally finds some boost. Talk back to Tricky. Good possession thus far from Team Talkie. As I say it could go the other way, though. Polar. Soft one. Back towards the net. Tricky on zeros. Lunar going to put one backboard. Tricky in trouble. Polar shot on, and here we go.
Polar's reads everywhere on the field is something else. He's probably, I'll even say this, I'll make another wild comment. I think he's the smartest player in the tournament. In terms of the way, because he hasn't got the mechanics to really do too much in the air. He hasn't really got the speed, but he's got the brain. He knows where to be. He knows how to, sort of speed up his gameplay without, going towards the ball. More so his positioning is always solid.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hesitate at all. He never hesitates. That's just the trust that they have. It never hesitates, and it works so well. We see lots of teams with that hesitation. Even Andy and 5-Up hesitating. Not Polar. And that's why he's a very, very scary sort of underdog of this tournament, I think, as a player. He's not in the starlight, but his behind-the-scene work is exceptional.
Yeah, that's a fantastic play from Talk. Get out of the way. Air dribble bump coming through. This is how ones looks at the highest level. Just save the reset. Don't even need to use it. Shoot yourself forward, get a bump, and get a free goal. 3-1, Talkie. Regaining some momentum here in game number 2. Gonna have to again win this one. Stay alive in uppers. Take us to a game 3. Grass Touchers need 2 and then some to close it out in 2. Polar in the air, wanting to show Ped that he has what it takes to fly with the best of them. Doesn't get it done as a pre-chal comes through from Team Talkie. Lunar on this, kicking it in midfield. Talkie taking over. Hold on. Lunar misses that one. This net's wide open, and here we go. The floodgates have opened. Team Talkie could be in trouble. Or excuse me, Team Grass Touchers could be in trouble if Team Talkie continues to find the net.
Yeah, they've just stepped up the aggression, that little tad. I think Talkie at the moment, and it's worked a treat. They're putting the rush challenges that Polar gives, the sort of rush play style that we have, the really fast challenges and attempts. They're using that to their advantage now. They've started to realize what's going to happen, and they've started to predict 3 steps ahead, which is really working well for them. Really, really good to see from these 2 players, because they know they're faster. They know they are stronger mechanically, and they're using that to their advantage. 5-1. This game's over. 1-1. Back to game 3. I did say 3 games.
He said 3. All right, fair enough. He called it 3. I said it in 2. I said Talkie in 2, but I could be wrong about that. And I am, because we're probably going to be going to a game 3. But I mean, let's take a breath, man. A minute 36, 4 goals. I know it seems like a lot, but a couple of good kickoffs and things can change very quickly. So let's see if Grass Touchers have that gusto in them to not get scored on anymore. If this one goes, 5 goals might be stretched. That one might be a stretch.
I'm just never wrong. today's been a good night for prediction's sake. It has been. I mean,
I don't know if anybody's betting on the Flyboy. I don't know if anybody's got any money on the Flyboy. If we're on any betting sites, but Caster Ped might be he might be winning some money tonight.
Yeah, well, for some people maybe. Yeah, they're following my advice.
That's true. Yeah, the Caster Ped analysis for sure seems sound today.
It's just going to be abused to my pocket. I'm not going to get any of it. But that's a goal. Still though, not happening. Not going to happen. Not enough time. Not enough time. I mean, again, you'd need to have some really poor play from Talk and Tricky to bottle a 4-goal lead. It's so hard to. It's harder to lose it than to win it. That's the thing. It's hard. It's so much harder to lose a 4-goal lead.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It can be a difficult thing, but at the same time, when you got guys like Polar and Lunar, who are just go, commit to everything. If there's a team, if there's a play style to create a 4-goal comeback, that's the one. Just send it. Hope for the best. Take the chances. Risk getting shot on your own net if things go poorly, and see what happens. Oh man, if Polar even has 10 boosts left, he's getting a touch on that, but doesn't go his way. Lunar in some trouble here as that reset comes from. What is that power? Oh my! Did you see that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the
from the floor to the top of the backboard within maybe 5 feet.
Yeah,
I've never seen that. That was wild.
Oh, what a goal! Wow.
He's him.
That's
go
such
crazy,
a good goal,
kid. Go crazy.
Such a good goal, and it was right at Luna as well. It was just too fast. Maybe if Luna jumps there, he can save that, but we never know. Great goal anyway. Great control. Really nice positioning. Good shooting. Brilliant.
I'm gonna have to get the bucket for game 3, bro. Because if I see too much more of that, that's getting sick material. Kid's nasty. No way, he hits that one. He almost. I mean, he went for it. You love to see it.
Oh, he gets a second touch.
So much speed out of this player. Tricky. I don't want to say he's in the backpack. We'll have to see when the stat line shows up. But man, oh man, has it been dominant for Talkie, or for Talk rather.
Well, yeah, for Talk individually, 6 goals. I mean, come on now. He's not just in the backpack. He's in a private jet.
That's true. He's got his feet kicked up. He is just having a good old time. No stress at all. Oh my God, that might be. I think that's the record. Actually, look at that score line. Holy!
That's the highest score.
Highest score we've seen thus far in the close quals.
Yeah, 12:04 must be surely. I think we've had like a 1100. I want to say.
I think 1100 has been the next highest for sure. Yeah, no, that's peak right there.
That's fantastic. Well done. Golf clap to him.
He doubled the total Polar and Lunar were able to put up himself.
Same shots as well from both teams. The difference maker was the saves and the quality of the shots.
You want to talk about getting angry, man? Come on now.
Grass touches have to be. I mean, after that game, there's no way they can come in and not change anything, right? They've got to change something.
Yeah.
After losing 7-2, you don't just go in and go, oh, we'll play the same. No time for that. 1 game left here to stay up in the top bracket and to prove my prediction correct.
Yeah.
You want to change it up. What's went wrong there? What do we need to do now? Maybe stop going as aggressive. Maybe try and start faking because they're going to expect aggressive. So if we change it up, then they're going to be confused for 2 minutes. Something like that. It's all mind games. Twos is mind games.
There's a lot of space. 100%. Mind games are the way to get it done in the end. If you can, if you're playing against a team who clearly has what it takes to beat you, which we just saw, you got to change something. You got to make them think. You got to make them guess. Will they? Here we go. Off the kickoff. We might have a kickoff goal already from Team Talkie. This is going to be tough to come back from mentally. I mean, that momentum has not stopped from Team Talkie since Game 2 began.
The question asks, is what's Polar doing there as a follow-up? He's disappeared. He's already had too much confidence, and sometimes, I say the trust is there, but sometimes you trust the teammate a bit too much. With that one, and he trusted Luna's kickoff a lot more than he should have, because that has cost him a goal. Hopefully, though, for the game's sake, for my prediction's sake, we can see a bit of a more competitive show in this game than last from the grass touchers. I'd hope so, just for content, not even just for me being biased, just for content.
I mean, it's high risk, high reward from grass touchers, right? They're playing so close together where if things don't go their way, there's no one really back to make a save. It's a dangerous strategy, but it's a fun one to watch, no question. Talk and Tricky have just been accurate as all heck. They're not missing, and they're taking the opportunities that are being given to them by the grass toucher.
They are, and here comes Polar to Luna. Luna's the backboard. Has he got the double? He
Oh,
does.
wow.
It's on. What a save. Polar, though, will follow that up.
Oh,
Tough
no.
target. Luna will score. It's a pass. It's a pass.
Ped, that was almost too little too late. Polar just hitting the crossbar there. Lunar, good heads up play to find the net. Last second, almost didn't go their way at all. Now we got a tie game. Almost a minute in. Gonna be tough to call.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. And then, as I say, I mean, it's good to see from Luna and Polar. It all came from the double touch that Luna got. You know, that's where it caused the awkwardness to occur. And you gotta credit that. You gotta credit that absolutely, because without that, there is no goal. And again, that's why I say Luna's the sort of playmaker of this team. He creates everything on the offense. Defense, bit of both. I think Polar's probably the better defensive player sometimes when it comes to reads. When it comes to making the clutch saves, it's Luna 100%.
Lunar is the first man for sure.
Yeah, he's the aggressor. He's the person who marches in without any care in the world.
He's Mr. Set and Polar is Mr. Spike. I would agree with you there. Tricky. Decent touch to take control of the ball here. That boost, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the most annoying boosts I've ever heard in my life that Lunar is using right now. But hey, maybe that's a strategy. Maybe he wants to mess with talking Tricky on this one. But man, that is a loud and annoying boost. I don't know what you guys think about that in chat, but it is distracting me like crazy.
No, Luna, what are you doing? That was probably one of the worst decisions I've ever seen a player make in a 2v2. Backwards, nowhere near the ball, beaten 100%, and nearly committed to it. I was about to have a heart attack. I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
Is it though?
That might not be though. That might not. Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
Is it though?
Yep.
Talk on the ball like that's a bad first touch.
That's bad touch. Yeah, he's used all his boost as well. It's a good touch though. Bounces up. Yeah. It is tricky. You're right. It's a tricky one for Polar.
Oh, that's a great one from Lunar to pop in. Save the 50. That was going to be won by Tricky for sure.
Pressure.
Yep.
He's run away.
Uh-oh.
Here he is. Here's Johnny. Here's Luna. Popped up. He's so close. They're so touch tight.
Oh, yeah. They play like just on the ball constantly. They are not afraid to be in Talkie's face.
They kind of have to, though, because it makes up for them having less mechanical play.
I would agree. Don't let them use... If they don't have the space to actually use the mechs, that's a winning strat for sure. I
always say this, you know, you don't need to be the better players to win. You just need to be the smarter players. And that's going to be outsmarted from Tricky, because both of the defenders on grass touches have been... It seems like Harry Potter's came and casted a spell, and they both disappeared. Bamoosh, and they're gone. And it's an open net. 2-1. Both players committing, and that's where the strategy of just, you know, Spartan and dive in doesn't really pay off.
No, that was just a great mechanical play.
Nice.
Talk! Chill out! What was that? Reset.
One. Just one.
Oh my god. Well, Lunar on 0 there, that's tough. Him not being backboard is the reason he didn't make a save. But yeah, just a quick decision to stay low as opposed to going high on that one. Backboard would have been the play. Polar over to Lunar. Lunar's got a boost. Bit of speed, bit of space. Polar maybe looking for a demo. Tricky trying to avoid it. Wow, I can't believe he makes that save. Tricky's fast, man.
If the lines of work you have to pull out in order to win a game of Rocket League, unfortunately, Luna and Polar might have just lost it here. This save could mean everything. He does make it. The follow-up's there, and it's going to be a goal. That's game over. GG's. GG's.
3 goals in a minute. You're out of your mind. You are. I mean, I believe you, but I don't. Polar and Lunar with a minute 29, and Ped's calling the game already in favor of Talkie. This is anybody's game still. This is 2v2, baby. Watch this. Watch Spanish. Watch this. Watch. There's no Spanish. What are we doing, boys? Oh, not like this.
I told you, Don.
Not
I keep telling you.
Just man. Stop. This is my show. Imagine me being this wrong.
Stop questioning the judgment calls. It's obvious. It's not 1v1. If it's 1v1, I can try and reason with it. But even in 2v2, you got to be some kind of bad if you're going to let 3 goals go in like that in a minute. You just got to play defense. You just play passive. It's game management, and these players should have it. They're up in the upper brackets. These players should have that game management. They're going to face Moist next. They're going to need game management for that. They have, though, proven to me that they are a team worthy of being in the upper brackets. I think this sort of Crash Bandicoot playstyle from Luna and Polar hasn't worked off the way it could have.
I respect your use of Crash Bandicoot as an analogy. I'm a big fan of that. We got a question in chat from God says, "Who is this Ped fella?" And I'll tell you, he's probably the next greatest 2v2 analyst of all time because he's not been wrong too often. I have to give him credit where credit is due. He's calling it good. We got Polar and Lunar calling it quits on this one. And that's going to do it. We'll let our admin call this one and finish this one. You tick the clock down real quick so we can see the stats before we dive into our next matchup of the night. But hey. Yeah, we can just end it. We can just end it, Finchy. We can call it on that. GG's to Grass Touchers. Excuse me, GG's to Talkie. You're going to take it in 2. Or take it in 3, rather. They took him to a game 3. Grass Touchers were not interested in finishing that one out. It's going to break our scoreboard as well, but that is A-okay. Things happen. We'll just jump over to the beautiful faces that are Don, Charlie, and Pet here. We'll get us a nice gander at us as we set up our next matchup. I mean, hey. GG to Talkie. I called Talkie. I said in 2. They did finish it out in 3. Lunar and Polar played a great first game. It was the catalyst though for Talkie. They were like, okay, understood. Time to play ball. They came back and it was lights out from there.
Talk. That's all I can say. He played a one-man band there. For a lot of times in that game. The creativity element again. The player. The difference maker. It's going to be a key theme here now. A title. He's a difference maker of that lobby. Luna wasn't as much of one today. Luna wasn't as good as I wanted him to be. Personally, I think that's the weaker side of Luna's performance. I think he, in terms of mechanically, he can definitely be a lot better. But I don't think he was risking it today. Maybe because he's playing against 2 mechanical players, which is understandable. But at the same time, I feel like they are needed for that team to work because Polar's job shouldn't be the air, it should be the ground. He's like the king of the ground. There wasn't many opportunities for king of the ground because Talk took it to the air every single time. Once he noticed that they weren't mechanically capable, Talk was in the air every single play. And that is where the difference came in. The airplay from Talkie, the speed of it, the unpredictability, the creativity, all of it sort of came together there.
Very consistent.
Couldn't adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Very consistent.
Very few mistakes. Very few.
Very few mistakes. I agree. Yeah, that was a solid performance. Solid performance from Team Talkie over Grass Touchers. They are out for the night, but they are down in the lowers. They're not all done. It's going to be a Moist Esports versus Talkie upper bracket finals tomorrow. That's going to be an exciting matchup. But we've got another lower bracket round to close the night out coming up for y'all at home. Do not go anywhere. Next on the docket, Ducklings found their way in to the top 8. So did Team Subbro, Heps and Chocks. And now we get to see these two fight their way through the lowers to see if they can make that lower bracket run all the way to the top. Caster Pet and I will be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, bracket is all set up and the lobby is ready to go for our next matchup. Here's a good look at the bracket, though, for what we got for our final day tomorrow. Very excited to watch Moist Esports take on Talkie. Before we even talk about Ducklings versus Subro, I want to talk about that upper bracket finals tomorrow, Ped. What are you thinking about that? Who's taking it in a 5-game series? Moist Esports or Talkie?
Can't believe you asked me that question, Don.
You know I got it. You know I got it.
It's gonna be Moist. Yeah, Moist. 3-1, 3-1 Moist. I think. I think Talkie can take a game definitely, but I think you've got a situation there where you're playing against two very, very patient players. Fast-paced mechanics ain't gonna do nothing to them, especially when they can both play in the air as well. Andy in 5-up. It comes down to how Andy and 5-up play. To be honest, but I think they drop a game, but they win the series 3-1.
All right. Honestly, I think it'd go to a game 5. The way we just saw Talk absolutely peak in the air. I've seen some really good mechanical plays from 5-up and Andy this tournament. But let's talk about this. We have not seen anything with the speed that Talkie has brought to the table and the consistency that he brought to the table in twos. I mean, it's gonna be Moist defense versus Talkie offense, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think definitely so. Again, it's one of those. It could go either way. In terms, it depends on who's playing there. And if Andy and 5-up 10 up, there's no question about it. But if they don't, and Tricky and Talkie do, then they could have a field day. Because I think the mechanical play, especially Talk is absolutely ridiculous.
He's nuts.
The mechanics that he had on him, and even at the end there, when everyone left the lobby and no one could see some of the stuff he was pulling off, these scoops with the resets, and it's like, whoa. Where's this come from? He's got really, really strong mechanics and ability, and he understands it very, very well. Could be a freestyler.
Could be. Could be. Time to find out on this Duckling Subro match. Before I'll kind of get us going here. But we're gonna let's talk about this: Ducklings versus Subro. Who is taking that one, Ped? Who do you got?
It's a game dependent on how teams play. Ducklings.
I would agree on that. That makes sense.
In the context of when No Mansion and Helios play well together, they play really well, like really, really well, untouchable.
Right.
Heps and Shocks, though, we've already seen them play well today. I'm gonna go Subro. For the first time, I'm gonna go Subro. I'm gonna back Subro for the first time and hope they don't let me down.
Back in Subro. All right, fair enough. Time to find out if that's the case. I'm going Ducklings on this one. I love Heps and Shocks. I'm glad to see that they're going to be making it and playing in the Invitational. They worked hard to get there, and they deserve it. But, No Mansion, we're talking Season 3 Flyboy Legend, my friend. Season 3 Flyboy Legend, all the way to the end. Took the dub, took home the trophy. His name is hanging above Champions Field in all of its Flyboy glory. He's been there before. He knows what it takes to win. Will he be able to take out some of the best pro squads we've had in the Flyboy to date? That is to be seen, as they are currently in lowers, him and Helios. I can see No Mansion doing it. Can his teammate Helios match that intensity? That is going to be the telltale. It is all about two players in the field here if you want to go the distance. And it's going to take some synergy that we've seen from like Talkie, Tricky, from like Polar and Lunar, Andy 5-up to really be that champion team.
Yeah, definitely so. And so far we have a really jaw-lock game. Also, I say that, and No Mansion looks to go underneath. He's still got boost. He's managed to do it on 0. That is ridiculous play from No Mansion there. That is ridiculous. I said, if the Helios and No Mansion play good, it's a win. But
this is what I'm used to seeing from No Mansion. When I talk about them winning the Invitational last season, it was lights out. Like, it wasn't close. I'm pretty sure they did. They 4-0'd in the best of 7 in the grand finals against an incredible team. It was not close. Just one of those players who always finds a way to make another touch, always finds a way to stay behind the ball. What we saw from them yesterday to even put them in lowers, it didn't really make a lot of sense to me. That was not the player I'm used to seeing on the pitch. I don't know as much about Helios' his duo here, but I'll say that Mansion was not in form yesterday. Today already with that first play, looking much more like himself.
Yeah, just the way you can just keep calm on 0 boost and pull off an angle with power. Whereas Shocks and Heps are 50ing each other out of the net. I've seen the idea as a team pinch, didn't work off. It's a bizarre way of going for a team pinch. I'll say that. It's almost like one player wanted to and the other player didn't really know. He's sort of not sure, but it doesn't matter anyway. Good passing play there. Heps catches it on the ground pinch, and that's not going to be saved.
Solid chop shot. That's a heads-up play. Picking the right time to die for that. And Helios, Probably, I mean, even finding his way onto the ground, it might have been smarter just to full boost it. This the way I would have seemed like 5-up or an Andy. Take a chance at that save. Would have been full boost, speed flip, straight across the middle of the goal. And that would have honestly been the save. But, yeah, going to the ground there slowed him down too much. And now we got a tie game, 1-1. Nahidio's going to go to the air. Hep's going to beat him. Good speed from Heps and Shocks so far. Matching No Mansion and Nahidio's in the air and down the ground here at 2:45.
Yeah, tied up. All jaw locked again. And, what was going on there? I don't know. No Mansion keeping the ball flying forward. Heps will make the beat. Wave dashes there. Chain dashes on the wall.
Did it really look like he went any faster after he did that? I don't know if it did.
No.
It looked like maybe he slowed it down.
Yeah, he's just bouncing on the wall, to be honest. Look,
there's an art.
Though he's on camera.
Yeah, there's an art to wall dashes. It is. I feel like some of the players we'll see in the invitation, like Wavy and Creams, have definitely mastered that. I know Andy and 5-up could also hit those consistently and really gain a lot of speed. No way hits that. Oh, very close. Epps doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. All he can really do is flop it upward and hopefully go get some corner. He does have it. Low boost right now, Ducklings. As Shocks is going to take over, literally almost zeros. A chance for this double. Does he have the angle? That is an unfortunate attack there when you have both players completely with none.
Yeah, definitely. And 1:40 left on the clock here. We've got a very tough situation on our hands for both teams. Who can break the deadlock is the question currently being raised. And I'm not sure. It's back and forth. No real big opportunities occurring, although there could be one here. No fake. The Helios not falling for that trick. The oldest trick in the book. It's going to be middle. Taken back by Shocks. Can he get the wall read here? He can, but it's not going to be powerful enough to cause any damage to No Mansion, who was waiting patiently there on the backboard. Again, bringing back the Cool Summer's Day analogy.
Yeah. Good control on Mansion there as well. Yeah, holding on to that.
Really good. Really good. Not enough for a goal, though.
Not enough, you're right. Shots in general, looking at some offensive stats here. We've got 6 for Team Supro, 4 in total for Ducklings. A bit of an edge going to Supro, but still, this has been pretty deadlocked across the board. No one showing to be the team that is, taking advantage of the other. A lot of measuring going on here in game number 1. That's a chance. That's a double chance. He's got plenty of boost for it. Oh, no, just wide. Didn't see the save icon pop up for the Ducklings, so that was just a missed double, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he either got a bump or a slight touch on the ball.
Maybe, yeah.
Just a split second, because something definitely sparked from the cars. Maybe just a ghost touch, you never know, but doesn't go in either way. That's the most important fact. And it's not going to be game ending for Supro. They're going to need to probably go into overtime unless Shocks can do something here. He's got very, very small boost and small time on the clock. That's in the middle. That's going to be in.
My.
2 seconds left. Buzzer beater. Nearly buzzer beater.
This just feels like it shouldn't even happen. Mansion took a lazy approach to that last challenge, his last attempt on the ball, and hung out midfield a little too long. And now in 2 seconds, this could be it right here. Yes, sir. Team Supro by the skin of their teeth, not even taking us to OT. No kickoff necessary. Taking game number 1.
Yeah, and can't tell you I'm surprised when Shocks has 87 ball touches there, to be honest. Ball possession as well, 57% to 42%. If you look at the stats, it shows that Ducklings got absolutely played off the park.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I mean, these stats, they're never the full story when you're looking at them, but they definitely lead themselves to, a bit of a, you could call it, it's not the full story, but it's a bit of an indicator that, it could be the reason. And Shocks having, almost double the touches that No Mansion had that game could be the reason. And right now, I mean, look at the saves. Look at the saves from Nahidio's. He's playing great defense. Mansion, while there was only a goal line of 2, only 2 goals actually scored. No Mansion not really playing as much defense as his teammates. So maybe it's a rotational thing. Maybe it's a bit of a passing thing. It's hard to really say. Very close game. Game number 1, Team Supro going to be taking the edge going into the second one. This is an elimination match. This is lowers. Both of these teams have qualified for the Invitational, but we are playing for seeding. It could be the difference between playing a team like Chris Bunn's Backpack or playing a team like TSM off the rip in that Swiss 16-team bracket. So I know these players want to stay alive and head to tomorrow. No Mansion and Nahidio's Gonna have to fight their way back, bring a different look to this if they want to get it done.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct there. It's going to be an interesting contest, to say the least. But I think, as I say, I don't know what it is about Heps and Shocks that makes them so compatible and so good. But they just have something there that you can just get excited every time they go on the attack. Although that wasn't very exciting from Shocks. He doesn't get a touch on the ball, and he had plenty of boost as well. That's a good fake from Heps. No Mansion gets a clearance out. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Shocks has this one under control. The Helios low boost in the midfield, that's dangerous for the opposite side of things. And Ducklings, No Mansion goes up, gets a touch, really good touch to take control. The reset there as well. Gets the flick past one, not on target. Shocks awkward, gets a good touch though, and reclaims that possession, taking the time to lay in that flip to get the beat. The Helios out of position. It's not going to be in though. I think Shocks might have thought it was in. He should have followed that one up.
Yeah, the demo would have been the play, honestly, but the Helios maintained his speed, luckily. Yeah, if Shocks would not have touched that ball and just kind of let it roll, probably could have got a demo. Oh, what a shot. The Helios, right place, right time for that save. He's going to try to put a powerful one on net. Not going to find its mark. Going to be Heps on this one. Working on those wall dashes. Looking a little cleaner that time. No way. It's past No Mansion. He's going to be able to get one more touch, but that right there could have been a goal for Subbro.
It could have been, but now it's time for Shocks to find a shot, and Shocks does not miss. Shocks with the shots, top left corner. Thank you very much. 3:45 remaining. And No Mansion just getting bumped off the play, but even still, I think he was passing it straight to Shocks anyway. He had every little boost in the ball, the flip. Looked like it was going straight down anyway.
Yep. It's been a bit of a ball-chasey game, I think, on both ends. Both teams just trying to stay very close to the ball, trying to hold on to things. That almost goes in. Not going to cut it. But, you know, what that's causing is you really got to pay attention to who's behind you. You know, where is the opponent when you're chasing that ball back to your own backboard? Are they going to be able to make a very quick touch on a... Are they going to be able to read your first touch, you know, as you're going back to that ball? And it seems as though Subbro has been more measured in that regard. But here's a 50 for that Mansion. Good one. Shock staying on this. Decent mechanics here. Doesn't quite get the pass out. Heps getting meched. Look at that pass back, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit of pizzazz on the end of that one. And that could possibly be one of the worst decisions I've ever seen from Heps. There's no... I don't know what he was thinking. There was no way he was ever going to make that ball with the low boost count. Maybe he was trying to just throw him off. Might have worked. We never know what the reasoning behind the touch was. But a 1-0 lead, I don't think will be enough. As I say, I don't call games off at 1 goal down. Get to 2 goals down, you know, with 2 minutes left. I might just about give it to them.
Might get spicy with it, make a prediction.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Heps, I see you. I see you on the 50s. Mansion. Trying to gain control here. Heps and Shocks not giving him a lot of room. That's a nice, powerful flick over one. Good read there from Heps, though. Just taking it away. He has his reset, increasing the speed. Oh, my goodness. Days. No way he's that mechy. Nehedios with a big save. Mansion. Oh, wow. Bailed out by Nehedios there.
Bumped each other. This is not looking good, but no one's there. Heps has run away and gives time for Nehedios to get 100 boost. It's going to be back to Shocks. No Mansion 0. Running back. The mid boost not there. It's tough, but Nehedios makes the cut. Makes it. That's an open net. Not going to be there, but still on. Good block from No Mansion. Living on a fine sheet of ice again with metal boots. It's another team who are sticking by the analogy. And now No Mansion looks a clear. Heps left. Pre-jumping. Looking a bit like the village idiot because it's going to be danced around by No Mansion here. Now can he get one more? Yes, no, Shocks. Wow, beautiful.
Good possession from Shocks.
Dead.
Mansion now. He's got corner boost. Heps going to race to that one. Not going to find it. Oh, man. If Nehedios has any, he maybe passes this back. A chance here for Mansion, who's got a little bit. Pass back to Nehedios, maybe. No, sir. Not in time. No boost in the tank for Nehedios. No chance to shoot that. Ooh, impressive challenge here from Nehedios. This could be something for this Duckling team. And if there's anything they need, it is something right now. 1:18, and they have been
the 50.
Just absolutely dry.
The 50.
Heps is him. Wow. Oh, man.
I said I need to back them.
The flip! Look at the flip, the read. Just guessing, but guessing correctly. That's a great play.
I voted them for a reason, you know. I've seen something in them. And that's the best thing I've seen from them. That was absolutely incredible from Heps there, and it's really brought the tempo. 2-goal lead. It's over.
Heps is still there. He's just all over the ball right now.
It's over. I can't see it happening, Don. Oh, maybe if Shocks keeps doing stupid stuff like that, though, he just recover. It's over, though, I believe.
Hey, we got 50 seconds to down 2. Ducklings wanting to get this done, wanting to stay alive to a game 3. No way he hits it. That's just, yeah, heat the ball. Just take time off the clock. Smart play, but hold on. Shock's now in a big 2v1 match with massive bumps. Nahidio's wide open net. Hold on. Say it ain't so. Ducklings will not go so quietly into that good night. Here we go.
Yeah, Shock's being used as a basketball there. By No Mansion. Going for a 3-pointer from halfway. But 36 seconds left on the clock. It's doable.
Yeah,
doable.
I'd say so. All right, good 50. Ooh, Shocks. Strong on that one as well. It's going to be up to Nahidios here. Mansion's already upfield. Aggressive plays. Aggressive players. Mansion.
Oh,
a
no,
chance. Shocks all by himself. The bump comes through, and we've got a tie game.
I knew it was going to happen.
Caster curse. Caster curse.
As soon as I seen Shock's not insta-challenge that play, I knew that the bump was going to happen. And it's a situation like that, it's like, do I just try and dodge the demo or dodge the bump? Oh! And that's a Spanish kickoff, a double Spanish kickoff. Heps going to get the other side of it. Oh! And it's in.
Oh, no!
Game's over, Don. Game's over. Double Spanish kickoff. What have I just seen? What have I just seen?
You've seen 2v2 at the highest level. And the desire to win with 15 on the clock. Here we go. Sup, bro. Recapturing that lead. Trying to get it done in 2. Ducklings fighting to stay alive, and they're going to have to fight a little harder, and they're going to have to do so within the next 10 seconds. Nahidios cutting off that 50. A pass down to Mansion. Not there in time. It's going to have to make something happen. A wall pinch, a ceiling pinch. A pass back to Shocks. Shocks popping this in the air.
You are ballsy.
That is a ballsy play. Nahidios popping it up in the air. Oh, my gosh. The mech's on Nahidios. He's going to keep it up. Mansion almost bumped off the ball. The flick. Shots. The save. It's in the corner. It's not quite down yet. They've got boost. Mansion keeping this alive. Nahidios bumped off the ball by the teammate. And sup, bro. Going to be continuing on in lowers. Team Ducklings knocked out, but they are still qualified for the Invitational in just a week's time. The 7th through the 9th, $10,000 2v2 tournament. Some of the best 2s players on the planet, comprised of NAs, most mechanical. So very excited to bring that experience to you guys next week, but we're not done just quite yet. I'm going to give you guys a quick look at the bracket before we close things out. I'll let you know how tomorrow is going to look. We'll be right back. It's now time to find out who will become Flyboy Legends. It is time for the grand finals. Cosmic now on retreat, gonna get loose and wait for the ball. He's got it, sending it downfield with power. Decides to wait low. Wavy, what a save! I don't know if Eli wanted the ball to work out that way, but wait, maybe he did. Yes, he did. He finds Wavy. Could he get the breach out? He doesn't. Cosmic able to dunk this one down. Oh, the angle! Wait a minute, can Wavy get back to stop the redirect? Oh my God, what a save! Gotta keep it up. Wavy's going to the air. His most important dribble of his life. Eli gonna get that thing done it! Schnoz is our Season 2 Flyboy Legend. Really a smart play. Looking for the bump there was Zelix. Dusty giving room for Hovic on defense. On retreat. The reset! The wall. Now it's Hunt's time to work in the air. He's been here before. He knows what he's doing. Oh! Got time. Clearing that one. Driving the opposite way. Mad Max first. Up here, Drip gonna go to the corner boost. Good flick here from Pulse Mad Max. Gets the pop. Oh, he caught it! Able to knock Kevin off the ball. Spoon setting it into the corner. Maybe he gets the redirect. Spoon! A soft touch up from Skippy to his own backboard. He's got it. He's got ceiling. He's got time. Skippy, the Mechie God! Oh! Ball, Crispy gonna take a challenge. He gets it. It's downfield. Big danger. In front of the net. JP fakes. Ball in a 2v1. Crispy doesn't die for the net. Like a booger in a trash can. Oh! A little awkward off that touch, but hold on a second. Jack taking an aggressive challenge off the sidewall. Time smart. That one's sent back to mid. Kevin has a little bit of boost to work with. He's got time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, a final look at our bracket before we close this thing out. Really quick, shout out to Tilted Old Man for the 10 gifted subs. We really appreciate all the gifted tonight, all the follows. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the stream. We're not done for this tournament. We got one more day to get through before we close out the closed qualifiers. $10,000 invitational next week. Ped, take us through today's events, man. Any of these matchups that went a little bit away from what you might have imagined they would have been? Is there any surprising results for you?
The duo losing 2-0. That's probably the biggest one.
Yeah,
that's the only one I can really think of that's overall surprising. For me personally, I think the duo played, to be honest, not so great, and they paid the price for it. They paid the price for it. You know, they're a team that I think on their day deserves to be in that top 8. Unfortunately, just wasn't the day today. The most important day of them all.
Absolutely. This was their continue on or go home moment. Thank you for the 5 gifted, by the way, Big Sub. We do appreciate you. Legend himself. Oh my God, no way. And then Vod Reaction 10 more gifted. Yo, you guys gotta chill, bro. We gotta close the show out. Chill, bro. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. No, but I agree. That was one of the matches I was a little confused on. Didn't make the most sense to me. But you know, Subpro came to play today. They showed up and they not only beat one of the teams to make it into top 8, they also knocked out Ducklings 2-0, and that's a Flyboy legend on that team. So that's an impressive showing. You know, Talkie taking out Grass Touchers in 3. Fun one there. I predicted Talkie. I'm going to call myself the winner on that one. I said 2-0. Grass Touchers did show us a decent look. They got one. Moist Esports versus Crash Out. Moist Esports taking that one in 3 as well. Crash Out did have a decent look there. If I'm giving some predictions for tomorrow, I'm going Crash Out over Sub, bro. I'm going Incorrect Red over Grass Touchers. I'm going... Oh, man, that's going to be a tough one. So 5-game series for Moist Esports, right? I'm going... What do I go there? I'm going Moist Esports in Game 5. That's what I'm going there. Do you agree with that?
No.
You don't?
I agree with Moist Esports taking the game, but 3-1.
Okay.
Crash Out, I think we'll lose to Subpro. I think Incorrect Red's spot on. I think Incorrect Red takes that
Crash
game.
Out loses to Subpro? Oh.
Yeah, I do. I think Subpro, what we've seen from them today, has been a new era. As I say, I can't really put my finger on it. I need to see more of them because they have something about them which just makes them really hard to beat, and that's why they've 2-0'd 2 teams today, back to back. There's no looking there. It's just consistency, and if they can keep that through tomorrow, I think they can 2-0 Crash Out, and I think they can carry it on. I think they'll lose to Incorrect Red though. Semi-finals though, that's something that I think will happen. Because then Incorrect Red, I have a lot of respect. I think Incorrect Red go all the way to the final.
Really? You think they're going to make that lower bracket run all the way?
Yeah.
I think they could be the
100%.
team to do it for sure. Knight and Expert, those guys are dogs. They're dogs in 2s. They are very, very good. I know they want that matchup versus Moist. I can see that being a very fun one. And I have to find out, though. If you guys want to find out who those teams are going to be tomorrow to finish out these closed qualifiers, make sure you show up tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be here for the majority of it. Ped might show up for a little bit. He might have to go. We'll get that all worked out. But it's going to be another fun night of Flyboy Rocket League. 2v2's most difficult contest here in North America. $10,000 on the line, Ped. $10,000 next week. Taking on teams like Wavy and Creams from TSM. Scribbles and Reveal. I saw Scribbles in the chat. What's going on, Scribbles? We got teams like Kofer and Flitz, Nightya, Lev. Oh, man. This is going to be an absolute banger end to Season 4 of the Flyboy. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the gifted subs. Another 20 gifted subs, by the way, for Tilted Old Man. I have to shout him out. Dude, you're crazy. Chill. We appreciate you. Thank you guys very much for all the support. Myself and Ped are heading out for the night, but we will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Follow me on Twitter. Follow Ped on Twitter. You guys want to keep up on when all the matches are going to take place tomorrow, what the order is going to look like. Twitter's your place. Also, join the Discord, !Discord. All info dropped there as well. Signing off, Don Charlie here. Signing off from Ped. And we'll see you tomorrow, man. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
See you later.
See you. It's now time.